In the beginning of Thomas Cleary's translation of The Art of War, he talks about how Master Sun gives the reader an enhanced feeling for the significance of individual and social virtues espoused by the humanitarian pacifists. And what does that mean? Basically, your virtues or what you think is good should kind of closely match what the public thinks is pretty good, what represents a good person, a decent person, right? Individual and social virtues espoused, right? That means they're married together, right? And on top of that, he also points out how Master Sun has the reader dwell on the ravages of war. What's that mean? Look back on failures of people and understand why they failed, so that can help prevent you from failing, right? Movies are supposed to represent that, but very few people pay attention, right? And then Thomas Cleary also points out that Master Sun he tries to show how this world is a mass cannibalism of human and natural resources. And if you think about it, that's probably fairly true. I mean, even people get in relationships, they're using each other, except it's a win-win situation, and that's good. Using someone doesn't always have to be a bad thing, right? But in large part, a lot of people in the world are being used by companies or other people, and it's not always fair, right? A lot of people go into their own business because they feel like their company's getting a lot more out of them than they're getting out of themselves, right? So, it's up to you. You don't have to see it that way, but he tries to point out that Master Sun is trying to get you to, first of all, dwell on the ravages of war. Look at failures of people and yourself so you can assess them and see what went wrong, so you can learn and kind of understand that the world is kind of a mass cannibalism. People are mostly out for self. Even in a loving relationship, people are still out for self. It just so happens that they're both winning and getting what they want, right? So dwelling on not to dwell like, why are you dwelling on stuff? But in other words, to go back and look at things that happened wrong in the past. And you've heard this a lot, to learn from your past, right? And so this is from the introduction, just to give you a feeling of how to approach this book and look at how it's used and how Master Sun wants you to use it, okay?